I wanted to talk to you about leveraging in real estate. Hi, this is Vinney Chopra again. I wanted to talk to you about leveraging in real estate. That's the number one reason why so many successful people have made so much money in real estate. Let me tell you why. See, when you do stock purchase, if you want to buy Google or Tesla or Apple or anything, you have to pay the full price of the stock. Then only you own 1 share or 2 shares or 10 shares. But in real estate, the exciting things is the leverage. The bank, it could be Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, conventional banks, local banks, community banks, all these kind of, even funds, they would loan you money, 70% on loan at a very low interest rate, and only 30% you have to bring down payment and do the whole property. You have it under your name. Of course, you have to pay the mortgage every month for the loan. But the biggest part is that you are able to leverage. Leverage is the number one thing that really makes the real estate come alive. And you are able to, in the syndication, of course, which I'm going to talk about in a second, pooling the money together with the investors, you are able to pool the money for the down payment, closing costs, and everything like that, so that you don't have to even put not too much money at all from yourself. It's amazing how this whole equation works, guys. I'm telling you, syndication is the best thing going in this country. I mean, all these companies syndicate, all these businesses, they syndicate. You buy stocks, that's syndication too, because you are paying for the operation, for buying the inventory and everything of the thing. Same thing is with apartments. So the key thing is leverage, remember? The second is the tax benefits. You got to look at what are the great tax benefits that you are able to get with real estate, much better than just buying stocks and things like that. If you lose money in the stocks up to $3,000 a year, you could take the passive losses, right? Or active losses. But the big thing is, in real estate, if because of depreciation, your property might be making money all year long, but then in your CPA, I'm not a CPA, but talk to your CPA when they do the profit and loss statement, they will be able to put it down into the tax forms, but then there is one thing called depreciation. That is where the government says that your building is going to be not worth anything in 27 and a half years in residential or 39 years in commercial. So that way you're able to take the whole value of the property minus of course, the land. Land does not depreciate. You take all that and you deduct it in the taxation each and every year. And now we are doing accelerated depreciation, which is even better. Oh my gosh, you are able to do different components of the building. They depreciate in 1 year, 5 years, 7 years, 15 years, and all that. So this way you will even take bigger paper loss. We call it paper loss because it's not real loss. It's just the paper. On paper, the building is depreciating, and that makes the building negative. It goes into loss. That's how you probably have heard a lot of people say, oh, I made $500,000, but I didn't pay any taxes. Or I made $1 million, but I didn't pay any taxes. It's because of that reason only, because the depreciation gives you a loss. Now let's talk about investors. See, to finance your deal, you need the down payment, closing costs, legal costs, all that. Then you need the leverage of the loan from the bank. You put them two together, you got the deal. That's called, buying the deal and with the leverage from the bank or for Fannie Mae, which is government agencies, hard loans, Fannie Mae's conventional loans, all different kind of loans are there. But the biggest thing is investors also bring money, invest with you, your family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, things like that, because that way you are taking their money to put down to buy the apartment, 8plex or 16 or 12 or whatever it is, but then you are able to give them a K1. I'm not a CPA, but what K1 does, it takes the whole LLC and divides up the losses or the gains into a form which you give it back to the investors, and the investors can look at the dividends or the cash flows as their income, but look at the total loss. It's called passive loss or active loss, depending on if they're real estate professional or not. That will be then how they can deduct it in their taxes also. A lot of people say, oh, I made so much profits this year, but I didn't pay any taxes because of that depreciation, the paper loss and all that for making the activity. It's called passive losses majority of the people, because if you have a profession that you are working with, you are not considered a real estate professional until you are doing that 750 hours and also more than the other job, more than half the time that you are giving it to the other job. So it's quite possible you could qualify, but talk to your CPA and your attorney. But the biggest thing is, you can really do so many great things by combining the efforts of the investors and their money, and then combining the loans from the banks. You could put them together and buy that deal. So remember, this is not that hard, but if you start doing it small one, then you'll do the big one, the big one, the big one. And if you need more information, please reach out to us, and we will love to share with you if there are some other things that we could share with you which will really help you to get to the next level. Thank you again for watching. Again, this is Vinney Chopra. I'll see you in the other module in this course.